you've really got to ask yourself, what on earth is this LEO token? And how is it at position 20 on a Zion Coin's market cap listing when Stellar XLM is down at position 25? Because when you compare these two cryptos, it may give some idea as to what's going on in the space. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. It's clear trillions could flow through cryptos like Stellar XLM, and you and I, your award-winning Stellar XLM crypto developer, could benefit. Because if you want to make those huge profits, if you want to make that 250k plus in a relatively short space of time, you need to be in the right crypto. You need to ensure your portfolio is allocated correctly, right? Okay, so there are 7 major points we need to consider when we're comparing these two cryptos. So let's jump right in. Point 1, purpose. Stellar XLM is designed as a decentralized blockchain platform that facilitates fast and low-cost transactions, enabling seamless cross-border payments and exchanges of assets. LEO token, on the other hand, is a utility token issued by Bitfinex, a popular cryptocurrency exchange preliminarily used to pay for fees on the platform and participate in various activities. Which brings us to point 2, technology. Stellar XLM runs on its own blockchain network, which implements the Stellar Consensus Protocol to achieve consensus via transactions, which was basically a tweaked version of the federated Byzantine protocol, right? Tweaked version of that algorithm. Whereas LEO token runs on the Ethereum blockchain and follows the ERC20 standard for token implementation, which uses the proof of stake mechanism, which used to be the proof of work mechanism, which is what Bitcoin uses, right? Which brings us to point 3, market position. Stellar is one of the top cryptocurrencies in terms of market capitalization and has gained recognition as a reliable and efficient blockchain payment solution, whereas LEO, although not as widely known, but is higher up in a Zion Coin's market cap listing, serves as an integral part of the Bitfinex cryptocurrency exchange ecosystem. I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. I may not be a financial advisor, and I'd always ask you to seek their advice, but I am an award-winning Stellar XLM crypto developer. But really, understanding the fundamental differences between these two cryptos could be key to making that massive ROI. That's why it's so important that you watch this video until the end, because it could be the difference between you making that 270k plus profits or simply making none at all. Which brings me to point 4, token supply. The total supply of Stellar XLM tokens is set at 50 billion. It used to be 100 billion, but there was a protocol change, and now it's got a max cap supply of 50 billion. And this is held, well, a significant proportion of it is held by the Stellar Development Foundation. In contrast, the total supply of LEO tokens is dynamic and depends on the periodic token burns and buybacks by Bitfinex, which is kind of the way as to which stablecoins operate. But with that, there is no max cap supply. This supply can be diluted by, millions more LEO tokens, like at the whim as they choose, So there's no max supply. It's like the dollar, essentially. If inflation, inflation is brought about by the dilution of the value in the dollar, essentially. The same thing could happen there. Which brings us to point 5, usage and adoption. Stellar aims to facilitate cross-border transactions and has garnered partnerships with various financial institutions and companies to enhance its adoption. And we know the partnerships with Wisdom Tree, MoneyGram, Franklin Templeton are very prevalent at this point. But LEO, the LEO token, being closely tied to the Bitfinex exchange, is mainly used within the Bitfinex platform, for trading fees and accessing platform specific features. Which brings me to point 6, community and governance. And now I want to talk about Stellar in terms of the communities it's reaching out to. When I think about communities, yes, you can think about blockchain communities and that interoperability, but what about programming language communities? What about JavaScript, TypeScript, Go, Ruby on Rails, C++, Haskell? There's many others, but mainly Rust. When we talk about Rust, we're talking about Saraban, the new smart contract implementation, which can revolutionize blockchain because it can talk directly to the WebAssembly, WASM, making the blockchain extremely efficient and robust and future protected. And we have to think about that because Stellar has an active and engaged community with the Stellar Development Foundation overseeing its developments and governance, whereas LEO, as a token associated with Bitfinex, aligns itself with the governance and policies established by the exchange. And that brings me to point 7, transparency and regulatory compliance. Stellar emphasizes its commitment to transparency and compliance with regulatory guidelines. The Stellar network provides transparency and transaction history, assisting in auditability. As a utility token associated with reputable exchange like Bitfinex, LEO is subject to regulatory compliance measures implemented by Bitfinex. These points offer a starting point to understand the key differences and characteristics of Stellar XLM and LEO token. Keep in mind that market dynamics and developments may change over time, so it's always a good idea to conduct up-to-date research before making any investment decision. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research too. And that's why it's so important to continue watching the whole of this video to the end so that you are doing your research, because it could be the difference between you making those huge profits, that 260k plus, or simply making very little profits at all. And that's why we have to ask ourselves then, why does LEO token get much more adoption? And I think I answered that, but there's a few more points here. It's important to clarify that the adoption levels of cryptocurrencies can vary based on various factors, and that assertion that LEO token has more adoption than Stellar XLM may not be accurate. However, there are a few reasons as to why LEO token might be able to seem as if it has more adoptions within recognized certain circles, right? Point 1, exchange association. LEO is closely associated with the popular Bitfinex cryptocurrency exchange, as Bitfinex is one of the largest and well-known exchanges in the industry. It may bring attention and visibility to LEO, giving the impression of higher adoption. Point 2, trading community. LEO token has gained traction within the trading community due to its fee discounts and other benefits offered specifically on the Bitfinex platform. This community engagement might contribute to a perception of higher adoption. Which brings us to point 3, tokenomics and incentives. Very important to understand. LEO's tokenomics, such as token burns and fee discounts, may attract traders and users looking to benefit from these incentives. This could preliminarily create demand and give the impression of popularity or adoption. And what you got to understand is we could do this with Zion coins on Zigfree, on the Zigfree wallet. Okay, we can incorporate our coins so that every transaction that happens, there's a buy and sell order of the Zion coins. We could do this through the path payment operations that Stellar XLM has within the blockchain. And what that can do is create demand for the token, is provide liquidity, and we can ensure that there is a spread of at least 0.4% or 0.04%, which will then give the market maker a profit essentially if they get in between that spread. Okay, so every transaction that flows could be flowing through that market maker and making that profit at the same time. When we use AMM, that protocol 18, it's very important to understand the dynamics and the fundamental facts of the matter when we're talking about Stellar XLM and other cryptocurrencies. But really, when we look at LEO token, we think about LEO token as a 0.4. LEO token is an ERC20 token, which highly likely benefits not just from Bitfinex, but also from the Ethereum community, and therefore gets its network effect. But ultimately, it's essential to consider multiple factors when assessing adoption levels, such as real-world partnerships, ecosystem growth, network activity, and industry recognition. Adoption can vary over time, and the different cryptocurrencies may focus on distinct use cases targeting different audiences. To make huge profits in crypto takes research and analysis, right? That's why it's so important to continue to develop a clear-cut understanding of what's going on in the space. And to do that, we need as much alpha as possible. And this is what's going to get you those huge gains, that 250k plus in a relatively short space of time. And so for that, you need to continue to comparing these cryptos like Stellar XLM. And if you want to do that, if you want to make that 250k plus profits, you need to check out the next video coming up, because we compare one of the 20 other cryptos above Stellar XLM on the Zion Coins market cap listing, and we can see exactly what Stellar XLM could be doing better. I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there, like and subscribe, and check out the next video, because we need to continue comparing. Have a great day now. Take care.